Yes, we are live. Depend, we are live. Depend, you are mute.
Namaskar, a very warm welcome to you all. Wish you all a very happy and prosperous new year. And today, the session is focusing on orientation of Institutions Innovation Council 5.0 module. That is the version, because since last 4 years we are implementing this program. So this is the 5th year. And this orientation session is going to help you all our IIC institutions in understanding the IIC in a nutshell, also in a very comprehensive form. So first, I welcome all the president of IIC institutions, head of the institutions, vice chancellors, directors, principals, and IIC members, especially the conveners, vice president, coordinators, and NISP coordinator, ARIA coordinator, and other faculty members. Those are integral part of Institution Innovation Council in their respective institutions. Also, the student members, those are part of IIC, those are presenting, those are present in this meeting. Also, I welcome, and I will also welcome my colleagues, my team at MIC Ministry of Education Innovation Cell. Selva is here, Surender is here, Abhishek, Subham Agrawal, and Udyan Maurya is here. They are looking after different zones. So I know you all are in touch with all these zonal in charges, and there is a very cohesive form of network we have developed in last 4 years, and now it is growing very rapidly, and also in very equal quality participations we are getting from all these IIC institutions. So it is good to see that this IIC number we started with mere 700 numbers in 2018, and now it has crossed more than 6,500 in this just 4 years. And the involvement of all these IIC institutions, not only in terms of conducting activities, they're also developing their own capacity to mobilize the resources, to building their skills on innovation entrepreneurship, and they are also performing various roles in addition to the teaching and administrative role. They are also now performing as a mentor, as an entrepreneur, as an innovator, and they are establishing themselves as a role model for their students, which is inspiring many students to choose innovation and entrepreneurship as a career option. So this is a very good emerging trend we are now facing in our country, and this trend will go in a very larger pace if we all will start putting our efforts in a very focused manner. And that is what the purpose of IIC is actually trying to achieve as a goal. So let me share the presentation where I will take you through the journey of IIC and also the innovative features we have included as part of IIC 5.0. And also through the presentation, we will touch upon the various aspects and the points that will clarify the doubts and the queries, because as I know, out of these 6,500 institutions that are part of this IIC network, around 2,000 plus institutions, they have already associated with us since last 2 to 3 years. They understand IIC in a bit in depth, but there are still more than 3,000 to 4,000 institutions are there. Those are just recently joined. So they also need orientation. They also need kind of hand-holding supports, guidance from our side. So today's orientation session is focusing on overall and touching upon the main points. But once this orientation session is over, then on state-wise, we are going to conduct a question and answer and also sub-orientation sessions, and that will continue for next 15 to 20 days. So so each IIC zonal in charge, they will schedule orientation session for their state, and they will share the details, and accordingly the session will be held. And during that session, you can ask your queries, you can clarify your queries, and also even you can discuss in any matter related to IIC in depth. So coming to the today's session, that is orientation session, and especially focusing upon implementation plan and the structure and the innovative features that is are now we have built as part of IIC Portal. So let's discuss, or let's have a glance through that Indian innovation ecosystem and the contribution of Indian education system. And I hope you all will agree with point that these two things are going side by side, and both are interconnected and interdependent. And this is the reason why, because currently, if you will see in our country, we have more than 63,000 higher education institutions, where out of which 10,000 institutions are technical, and remaining 50,000 higher education institutions are non-technical in nature, and more than 40 million graduates every year, they join the workforce, and either they go search for job, or they choose the path of entrepreneurship. They start their startup, and they start giving employment opportunity to others. So this is the kind of a potential and talent base we have in our country. And if you will see the performance of our country, actually, as a large startup ecosystem, we are the third largest startup ecosystem in the world, and which is produced more than 72,000 startups as on 29th of August 2022, and we are one of the youngest startup nation in the world, where 72% founders are less than 35 years old. That means majority of our graduates, those are graduating from these higher educational institutions, they are choosing this startup as a career option. So this trend is increasing year by year, and now we have reached to a level, and the kind of momentum is in its peak, and this momentum has to continue for next 25 years. And that is what we are saying, that Amrit Azadi Amrit Kal, that is Amrit Kal, next 25 years is going to take us to a level, and will put us in an advanced country level, and also will put our economy in the top 3 economy in the world. And to achieve these things, actually, government has started so many initiatives. One of the initiative, the recent initiative, I think everybody is knowing for that. That is called National Education Policy, NEP 2020. And in NEP 2020, you will see that there is proper and high emphasis on research, innovation, and entrepreneurship. And another policy initiative we started by Ministry of Education is a National Innovation and Startup Policy 2019, which provides a guiding framework for all higher education institutions to promote and support innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem in their campus. So if you will discuss and briefly touch upon the main highlight points of national education policy. So the first thing, it tried to the NEP tried to reduce the content, the cash-rich content, so that the students will get enough time to spend on experiential learning, and they will start they will work on their critical thinking, and they will focus on a holistic and inquiry based, discovery based, and discussion based and analysis based learning. So this is the main focus of national education policy, which is more focused on the quality education. And and it is good to know that innovation and entrepreneurship is one of the indicator of quality education. And as we are moving towards a holistic and multidisciplinary education, and also through NEP, or NEP is enabling our educational institutions to go for global and also resolving global challenges through creating the or enabling our students to solve the local and global problems, and uh, facilitating more industry academia linkages, which will for innovation and further research and innovation based institutions focused education will definitely will speed up the process of reform we want to bring in our education system, that will enhance the more employed and more skilled, and also increase self-employment opportunity in our graduates. Coming to coming to the focus on how our higher education institutions will institutionalize the innovation entrepreneurship and how they will develop the ecosystem, there are major areas, or the major verticals actually every institution should start focusing and should start thinking about on these verticals. One is called system development, and when we say system development, it is saying how the intra-institutional, how the departments within the institute will start interacting with each other, and also how they will synchronize the efforts, how the resources available in the institute should be shared among the departments and also should be utilized in an efficient manner, how the planning and coordination of entrepreneurial activities should be conducted across the departments in the campus, and how our faculty members will upgrade and reskill and upskill their ability or their innovation entrepreneurship skills, so that they will perform multiple role, or they will play in a hybrid role, not only as a teacher, also as an expert, as a mentor, as an innovator, as an entrepreneur. Similarly, the structures available in our institutes, especially the funding support mechanisms, especially the pre-incubation, incubation facilities and services, intellectual property rights cell and technology transfer offices, then any kind of a connection with the industry and ecosystem enablers to provide further assistance to our innovators and entrepreneurs, and kind of courses and learning materials available in our institute, so that our students and faculty members will acquire the knowledge from this innovation and entrepreneurship learning materials. So these structures also contribute lots towards institutionalizing the whole innovation and entrepreneurship in our higher educational institutions. And the major strategies that generally actually would be much handy, like if every institute will start and will develop institute specific innovation entrepreneurship policy, and they will formulate incentives and rewards to promote and support innovation entrepreneurship amongst students and faculty members, staff, and there should be inter-institutional. That means institutes should start interacting with other institutions and other ecosystem enablers, and they should go for collaboration and deploy resources for co-creation, and then sharing of knowledge and expertise. All these strategies are actually going to help in making the institutionalized process very smooth and speedy. Then most important part is called leadership. The top leaders, especially the directors, principal, vice chancellor, and the promoter of the institutes, higher education institutions, their commitment and their involvement is also very much essential in this process. And their involvement and commitment actually reflects that what kind of resources, what kind of budget provisions, and how they attend and participate in various activities, and also their commitment towards upgrading and providing opportunities to our faculty members and the staff, and how they will be much competent to handle this kind of activities or manage incubation, pre-incubation and acceleration programs in an efficient way. Further, Also, it is the duty and responsibility of our institute and the top leaders not only to provide, not only to engage the competent human resources and create the in-house mentoring ability of our faculty members and engage the external mentors, also promote and encourage our faculty members to play the role of as a mentor, and also they should establish themselves as a role model for other faculty members and students to get inspired for innovation and entrepreneurship. Amongst all this, the most is called culture. So system, structure, strategy, and leadership all combinedly contributes towards culture development, and the way the institute gives values to the entrepreneurial activities, the level of awareness on innovation entrepreneurship, and the motivation and inspiration level among students and faculty members to be entrepreneurial, and kind of experiential learning mechanisms happening in the institute. All these are indicators of culture development, and finally it contributes to the performance of that particular institute. And to measure that performance, institute has to work on the on setting key performance indicators and benchmarking the ecosystem where they stand today, and setting an annual target where they want to see in next 2 to 3 years or next 5 years down the line. And they have to measure their progress on regular basis, and if required they have to revisit the action plan, or they have to bring the changes in their policies to make progress in this pursuit. So these are the kind of indicators and verticals generally required to set the institutionalized process in our higher education institutions. Coming to the role of Ministry of Education, Innovation Cell, and AICT. So since last 4 years, since our establishment, we are working in this direction on a mission mode. So we have many programs, and like Institution Innovation Council, hackathons, then mentor mentee, and so many other programs for higher education institutions. Similarly, we have many programs we have started for school level. So our mission is to make and enable each and every higher education institute and the schools to promote and support innovation and entrepreneurship, so that our graduates, our students, our faculty members will get in tune with this in this domain, and also they will inculcate this culture and the ability to solve problems, come up with solutions, and establish or develop innovations, and also establish startups. So this is simple objective, and for that we brings lots of policy initiatives at different level and for different institutions, and IIC is one of these. And let me tell you how we set directions and how we move forward in this whole in this whole thing. So first thing is that we understand our institutions are not, majority of our institutions are not prepared to take this challenge. That's why our first stage is to prepare our institutions to have an ecosystem in their institute, in their campus, and we have many programs to create, to streamline, strengthen this innovation entrepreneurship ecosystem in education institutions. And once institute will start establishing IIC, and once it will start functioning, then it's start creating lots of reactions, and also some positive reactions and some changes, both at the behavioral level, both the structural level. Also it changes in the policy level, which we call it is a responsiveness of the ecosystem. So once the institute will start establishing IIC and start functioning with as the guidelines provided by the Ministry of Education, also on their own, so then gradually it will move towards betterment of the ecosystem, and you will see that there will start inflowing of innovations, inflow of the funds and other resources, and outflow of ideas, innovations, intellectual properties, startups will gradually increase in every attempt at the institute in every attempt made by the institute in the respective verticals or the domains. Similarly, once it's sustained, once the institute will continue this effort for certain period, then this convert into a system, this convert into a sustainable structure, and that leads to sustained generation of innovations, entrepreneurs, and more importantly, the quality of innovations, quality of startups come from that institute also increase. And this is the what we want, and we are expecting each and every institute should go from this step one, phase 2, and phase 3 mode of transforming from a preparedness level to the performance level. And that's why we are implementing all these programs. You can name it National Innovation Startup Policy, or you can name Institution Innovation Council, or this benchmarking practice of auto ranking of institutions on innovation achievement. So this NISP, National Innovation Startup Policy, which gives an idea also, which helps in vision, developing the vision of the institute. And at the institute level, it is also developing the vision and action plan, and also it helps in formulation of policy and for the implementation. And this implementation of that policy or action plan at the institute level is generally taken care by the IICs established in that institute. And further, during this whole implementation, it starts generating lots of outputs and outcomes, which has to be measured and benchmarked based on certain key performance indicators, and that will help the institute to set a bigger goal, and also will help to establish a support mechanism and a holistic ecosystem, an inclusive ecosystem overall. And NISP is already, I think, I'm not going to take much time on NISP, but NISP is still it's under implementation, and so far more than 3,200 institutions are more than 3,200 institutions have adopted this policy, and majority of them already in the stage of completed the stage of policy formulation, and now they are implementing these policies. It has major thrust areas like at the governance level, how the top leaders will be part of, and how at the mission and vision level also this innovation and entrepreneurship will be given much importance. So this thrust area focus on at the governance and the strategy level. And also one of the major area as prescribed under NISP is called incubation, the pre-incubation support system development, IP ownership and equity sharing mechanisms. And there is norms for faculty and student-driven startups. There is provision for incentivizing the faculty and students for entrepreneurship. There is a resource mobilization and funding support for startups, pedagogy and learning interventions for supporting innovation startups. So these are the thrust areas NISP gives thorough guideline, and also it helps the institute to set the mechanisms how they will develop a complete ecosystem and complete support structure to promote innovation and entrepreneurship. Coming to one of the major question we are receiving from majority of most of the higher education institution is that from where they will get the fund for conducting these innovation and entrepreneurship activities. That's why this NISP clearly states that at least 1% of total institutions budget should be allocated towards supporting innovation and promoting innovation and entrepreneurship. So first institute has to create their own resources. They have to start working on it, and gradually once they will start developing the result, then they have to approach the government and state government, industry, and other ecosystem enablers to for any kind of further support. So but it has to be start from your own resources at your own institute level, and gradually once you develop the competency and something to demonstrate to the agencies, then only they will come forward for further support. Similarly, there is academic break for a semester year to work on the startups, and credit for working on the innovative prototypes. This is provision for the students, and to stop exploiting the early stage startups, this NISP says that no incubator exist in any higher education institutions can ask more than 9.5% of equity. So there is a upper cap for charging equity to the early stage startups, especially faculty and student startups. And there are other modes and other mechanisms, guidelines are there. So just please go through this NISP document and try to understand it and formulate policies and implement policies. So it has three stages called policy formulation, then implementation, then impact creation, and there is a specific portal is there for NISP registration and policy implementation. You can if you have not registered yet, you can register on that NISP portal and start working on this direction. Coming to the benchmarking of innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystems, already the program is there. We call it Total Ranking of Institutions on Innovation Achievement. And in the last 3 years, we have standardized, we have refined the key performance indicators, and now we have reduced it to 24 key indicators under 7 parameters. So while formulating NISP, institutions also has to think upon and also has to consider all these key performance indicators so that they will track their progress, and also they will know that the weakness and the strength in their ecosystem and where they have to work more and what kind of resource mobilization strategy is actually required, so that the ecosystem will be more holistic and comprehensive. Now comes to the Institutional Innovation Council. Actually, the program we are currently, you all are part of it, and already I have explained so many times, but as many institutions have joined recently, they have registered in IIC Portal recently. So let me tell you, IIC is Institutional Innovation Council is a model. This is a framework. It is not another center. It is not another unit, or it is not another kind of entity. So IIC is a council. That means consider in one institute there are so many departments are there, and there are also there will be some kind of a incubation, pre-incubation facilities. So what IIC says that under the head of the institute, or the institute has to formulate a council where the representation of faculty and student and experts will join that council, and especially represent the faculty and students from each and every department, and from the incubation, the pre-incubation, they should join, and experts, industry experts will also join that council, and that council will the council will plan and organize innovation entrepreneurship activities throughout the year, so that what will happen, our students and faculty members will get multiple exposure opportunities to understand innovation entrepreneurship. They will also increase their awareness level, and they will get opportunity to engage themselves in innovation entrepreneurship assignments, and gradually the ability they will develop to solve problems and understanding the business opportunity aspect, that will help in to set off or to think for enterprise creation or venture creation or startup formation. So in last 4 years, it is our observation is that this IIC model, because it has so many components like accommodative component, like it is much flexible and it can fit to any type of institute and across the geography of a country, and it has integrated with incentives, rewards and recognition to the students, to the faculty members, to the institutions, and also it provides a decentralized way of operation of the IIC through a networked approach. All these things, qualities actually making it one of the best fit and one of the successful model in institutionalizing the whole innovation entrepreneurship in our higher education institutions. So if you will see the IIC, it provides a national platform to the all higher education institutions. It conducts round the year guided activities. It provides guidance to the institutions, those have no much prior understanding on innovation entrepreneurship, and it provides supports in terms of impact lectures. It also helps in providing mentoring supports through the peer, through the inter-institutional and partnership between institutions. It provides in a repository creation, innovation repository creation at the institute level, and more importantly, there is no requirement of much investment to establish and to operate, because it not required any investment. It doesn't require any infrastructure. Actually, IIC is a council. It will start working on whatever the resources you have in your institute. And if you will see the spread of IICs in our country, now you will find IICs in all 28 states and 8 union territories. And growth of IIC is also phenomenal, because it started with 900 in 2018-19. Now we have touched to 6,500, and it is growing. And our target is that by end of this year, 2020-23, it will cross around 8,000. And if you see the activeness of all these IIC institutions, or the institutions where IIC exists, actually during the academic year 2021-22, we have received 63,000 plus activities conducted by more than 2,500 IIC institutions. So this number is increasing. So it says the vibrancy, the dynamism of our higher education institutions and the kind of ecosystem they have developed. And if we will categorize the institutions, so you will find there is a representation from all type of institutions. Like IICs are functioning in affiliating universities, in open universities, in CFTIs, and also Institute of National Importance, central universities. Also, you will find IICs in university and deemed to university, that is supported by the government, state government, university and deemed university. This will self-financed private universities, colleges and institutes of government and government aided, colleges and institute of private and self-financed. So you will find IICs are fit to any kind of institute, and also you will find in all type of throughout across the country, you will find everywhere in all state and UT. So this is the beauty, that how IICs are getting accommodated, or the model is getting accepted by the educational institutions. And these IIC institutions are working on a networked fashion. They're helping each other, they're interacting each other, and this is the way whole ecosystem is growing. And you will surprised to know that more than 51,000 faculty members, 72,000 student members, 9,000 plus external experts, and 18,000 innovation ambassadors, faculty innovation ambassadors, they are interacting on daily basis. They are helping each other. They are actually working on a mission to develop ecosystem in the respective institutions, and also they are helping other institutions. So this is kind of a collaborative and collective mechanism and support mechanism we have developed through this IIC model. And another thing that we should know that most of these institutions through IIC or through other they have streamlined the ecosystem in such a way that they have at least ensured there is a pre-incubation unit in their campus, and more than 1,500 institutions have developed and established incubation unit with development of the resources from their own resources, and IPR cells, technology transfer offices. So these are the kind of facilities now. It is started in many institutions, so this is a good sign that our system is getting matured on year by year, and IIC institutions taking that leadership and that initiative. Coming to what are the innovative features and structures we have in this IIC 5.0 portal. So first thing we did, we have attempted to categorize the institutions based on structure and operation modality. So in this IIC 5.0, you will find there is a classification of the IICs or the institute IICs into 7 categories, that is affiliating university, open university, centrally funded institutes or central universities, university and deemed to university, government and government aided, university and deemed to university, self-finance and private, college and standalone institutions, college and institutions, government and self-finance. And another thing also you will see in this IIC 5.0 is called more decentralization and increasing the governance. So that's why we have started formation of state and union territory level forums for IICs, for a strong regional network of IICs and cooperation for technology transfer and commercialization. That means in every state, you will find there are certain number of IICs, those are actually performing good and also representing under different categories as institute types, and they will be part of that forum, so that they will in every month they will discuss on certain agenda how to promote innovation entrepreneurship in that particular state or that region, and then how the ecosystems or the institutional ecosystems exist in all the IICs in that region will get further streamlined and strengthened. I will discuss in detail when I will explaining, when I will come to the state or UT level forum slide. So another feature, another innovative feature of this IIC 5.0 is now affiliating universities, especially universities, those are providing affiliation support, and there are many affiliated colleges, so they can manage their own IIC. Also they can see the performance of IICs established in affiliated colleges. So this IIC portal will help them to understand, to know the performance and the performance of IICs in affiliated colleges, and also because if they have their own campus and they are offering an academic program, they can also have their own IIC. Then, especially for the university system, those are having constituent colleges. So we have introduced a concept called sub IIC concept. So universities, if they have many constituent institute in that particular city or within the same campus, and every institute has their own IC code or their any permanent ID or any unique ID given by any apex body of the government, central government or state government. They can establish a sub IIC in that particular constituent institute, and that will be linked with the university IIC, and the performance of sub IIC will also contribute to the performance of main IIC. So this is only applicable for the university, whereas affiliating university has their own structure. And other innovative features and structure in IIC 5.0 portal is we have introduced a special category called innovation and entrepreneurship courses. Now all IICs, they have to list the what kind of academic credit courses and non-academic certificate courses in the area of innovation and entrepreneurship they are offering during the particular academic year, and that will also help in to get more reward points in the performance, and also that will be linked with the ranking structure, innovation ranking structure. Similarly, another point, another tab we have included in this IIC 5.0 is innovation and entrepreneurship collaborations. So what kind of collaborations, interinstitutional collaborations, your IIC has established with other external agencies to promote and support innovation entrepreneurship. That's also you have to provide in so that it will be counted towards reward points, and also it will be considered towards innovation ranking structure. Similarly, updating in the My Council part also you will see some changes, like now you have to also there is a provision for engaging Atal Tinkering Labs and School Innovation Council coordinators. So you can also add the coordinators from ATL and SIC as one of the external member. So there is a provision is there. And in the activity report format also you will see certain changes, because we have assigned certain labels to the activities that will help you in demarcation and also classifying the activities in such a way that you will know the which kind of activities will bring what kind of impact at the ground. Then we have activated the e-learning innovation entrepreneurship e-learning resource material, where any kind of expert talks or expert sessions organized in your institute and delivered by the experts, especially in the area of innovation entrepreneurship, and it was recorded and video quality is good, then if you will submit that session details in our e-learning resource tab, then it will be counted towards the reward point. And also these e-learning resource materials will be available for other institutions for use in the classroom and classroom teaching, and also for conducting certain activities on online mode. So this is also one of the innovative feature we have integrated as part of IIC 5.0. In the Innovation Ambassador portal also we have developed a new module called Skill Upgradation module, because in Innovation Ambassador you will find after nomination of faculty in the for innovation ambassador training, they have to go through the basic level and then advanced level. But actually there is no provision, there is no further training material available in our portal. But what we say, once you acquire the basic and advanced level, then actually it is your responsibility to search for more knowledge and more such trainings. So innovation ambassador can go and enroll, and they will acquire and complete the trainings on in different domains of in innovation entrepreneurship and IP domain. And after completion of the training, they can submit the details of the training they have successfully completed with the proof, and it will get verified by the IIC team. And then in every semester a report will be generated, and that will help, that will give you that the how many trainings you have completed in that particular semester on innovation entrepreneurship towards upgradation of your skill and knowledge, and what are the total contact hours you have completed under each training module, so that will be counted. And once you will cross 30 contact hours of training from different trainings you have completed from different sources, that will give you a report of that you have completed this much of training, this much of total contact hours on innovation entrepreneurship, and you will get a certificate from innovation ambassador portal. And also that you can make use, that you have that is the proof towards upgradation of your skill and knowledge on innovation entrepreneurship. Coming to the enhanced role of innovation ambassadors, in last 3 to 4 months, actually innovation ambassadors are now performing better job and multiple roles. Earlier they were only given the task of, after in the post completion, they were only given the task of completing or doing some certain prescribed activities, like conducting expert talks in their institute, expert talks outside the institute, like in any school or any other IIC institutions, and conducting mentoring sessions. But now innovation ambassador will also play the role of verifying, and also I think they are doing this job pretty well, that they are verifying innovations and ideas and startup applications received through IIC Portal. Now they have to also play the role of mentor, and they will also help in verifying and disseminating the policy informations in their respective region. Coming to the IIC Innovation Repository, actually this is the initiative where we are trying to bring a big level change in terms of not only creating the innovation repository at the institute level, also connecting these innovations with ecosystem enablers at the regional level, at the state level, at the central level, at the national level, and then promoting the collaboration between ecosystem enablers and the institutions, then facilitating the interest matching and service availing. So interest matching is very, very interesting, because actually once the innovations and ideas and startups are getting registered and verified at the IIC Innovation Repository at the institute level, then these applicants, they can search, they can approach to the ecosystem enablers. Okay, so so they can search through the IIC portal, through the login. They can search right incubators. They can search the right acceleration and the training programs, or any kind of innovation challenges, competitions brought by these ecosystem enablers or institutions, and they can start interacting, communicating, and collaborating with them. So interest matching and service availing is going to be one of the unique quality and the unique feature of the IIC Innovation Repository system, and bringing so many ecosystem enablers and incubation units exist in our higher education institutions will be the immediate stakeholder of it, and they will start this IIC Innovation Repository will not only will act as a pipeline for the institute, also it will act as a flow of innovations for other incubators to scout. Coming to the linking higher education with schools, so we have already developed a full-fledged portal that facilitate linkage of IICs with Atal Tinkering Labs and small SIs, school innovation councils in schools, and once they get mapped, once they get linked, then they can start mentoring activities as prescribed in the portal. So this linkage is not only establish the connection, but also it will help in sharing the resources, channelizing the expertise, and engaging our students, our school students especially, in innovation entrepreneurship related activities. And all total, finally, from our Minister of Education side, we have one IIC Innovation Challenge program. Actually, this is we are implementing this program since last 3 years, and what we found that this program actually helps the early birds, like especially those are in the idea level, those are in the TRL level. Actually, they get complete handholding, mentoring, and training supports for a 6 months period to 8 months period. And through this process, they validate their ideas and the innovations, and finally they start their startup with funding and incubation linkage support from Ministry of Education Innovation Cell. So these are the innovation features. Let me focus on briefly explain about the state level forum for IICs. So it is a decentralized approach and attempt to institutionalize the whole IIC institutions in that particular state or union territory or the region in that state for better governance, for growth of the IIC network. So this forum will be kind of a representation from all type of institutions, from different institution categories, and the number of representation will be proportionate with total number of IICs in that particular states. So consider if any institute, if any state we have 200 to 300 IICs, then accordingly there will be kind of a 15 to 17 or 19 members. A forum will be formed, and they will come and discuss, and they will plan that how that regional ecosystem will grow further. So the roles and responsibility will be established and strengthen the inter-institutional collaborations. They will create awareness and building the IIC network in that region. They will focus on knowledge and resource sharing between the institutions, building the relationship with startup community, investors, and ecosystem enablers in that particular state or region. They will also facilitate technology transfer, commercialization, and industry organize industry meets. They will involve in resource planning, mobilization for betterment of innovation entrepreneurship ecosystem in IIC institutions and that region or state. They will carry out policy advocacy and liaise with government for policy support and advancement. They will also conduct programs or the award programs to reward and recognize the efforts made in IIC institutions in that region and plan capacity development programs for IIC institutions. So our purpose is that our objective is that how the our IICs will start organize themselves and they will start developing the capability and capacity to govern and on a self-driven mode. That is the what we want to achieve. And similarly, the sub-IICs in university system also is going to play similar kind of role. This is also kind of decentralized approach, but under one university system where there is kind of multiple constituent colleges are there or institutions are there. So how sub-IICs will be formed, established and function in each and every sub-IIC, and all these things will collectively contribute to the performance of IIC at the university level. So here again, the system is already in place. Sub-IIC in charge will be the member representative of the My Council at the university IIC level, and there should be no repeat of external representatives. If it is already there in sub-IIC, then you can't keep the same expert or the same external representative in the main IIC. So you have to make sure that the members, the external members in main IIC and the external members in sub IIC should be different, and there should be no duplication or the repetition. Roles and responsibility, again, the purpose is to organize, to give a more decentralized and also interconnection, and that's why it will the sub IIC and main IIC, they will help in promoting intra-institutional interactions and collaborations, so between the institutions, and strengthening the main IIC and sub IIC linkage and coordination, knowledge and resource sharing between constituent institutions, building strong relationship with startup community, investors, ecosystem enablers to strengthen the ecosystem in respective constituent institutions. Again, resource planning, allocation, and mobilization of for the betterment of ecosystem in sub-IIC institutions. Then progress monitoring, performance measurement, and rewarding and recognizing the efforts made by sub-IICs, so that main IIC will be able to know which sub-IIC in which constituent college is performing good, which is so that will help also encouragement and builds for a competitive spirit among sub-IICs to compete each other, and all will contribute to overall performance of main IIC. Also, they will plan for organizing capacity development programs for sub-IICs, orientation of sub-IICs, all these things they have to do on a regular basis. Coming to the portal, that is the IIC portal. If once you will log into the IIC portal, first actually we have organized all these tabs in the left side panel into major sections. So you will find this changed version in a day or two. So under About My Institute, so you will find the first tab, the first section is called About My Institute. So if you will click the About My Institute, you will find My Profile section. That is My Profile. In the My Profile tab, you will find different sub-tabs kind My Performance, certificates, last login details, reset password, head of the institute, and IIC president details. Similarly, the other tabs you will find in this About My Institute section are called My Council, Performance Card, Innovation and Entrepreneurship courses, where you can add the courses, or when you can list the courses offered by your institute. Then innovation and entrepreneurship collaborations you made, then incubation and the pre-incubation, IPR and technology transfer office or technology transfer center details. Also, you can upload e-learning resources or e-learning materials, especially the expert talks and expert sessions delivered by experts in the area of innovation, entrepreneurship, design thinking, IPR. But the video quality should be good, because we are going to verify all these things, and also we are going to set up a mechanism. The e-learning resources or the e-learning materials deposited or the submitted by the IICs will be verified by another 3 IICs on random basis, and if that video will receive good score, then only we will consider, and we will make it access to the public for other institutions to use it. So we are going to develop this kind of mechanisms very soon, and through this we will reduce a lot of junk and poor quality expert talks or the expert sessions. And gradually I think this is going to be kind of a game changing, because many institutions are actually struggling to get a quality experts, and also they are struggling to conduct to find the right resource learning materials on innovation entrepreneurship. But once you will develop these things, because that will actually help many institutions, especially non-technical institutions, to get the right material for utilization in the classroom, also conducting certain activities. In my profile, so you will find these are the sub tabs. So under the About My Institute, so in my profile, you can check the performance, institute's performance report and scoring mechanism, the star rating. And in the certificate section, you can download the certificate, establishment certificate, rating certificate, appreciation certificate, or any further any kind of certificates, that things you can download in this sub tab. And the login details and institute contact details also you can find. You can update also this head of the institute and IIC details there. So these are the kind of provisions are there under my profile section. Coming to the My Council, this is the second sub tab under My Institute, About My Institute. So here actually you have to you have to complete the My Council once the president is nominated by the head of the institute. So there are certain categories are there where you have to complete the details. So you have to provide the institute detail, you have to provide the council meeting, you have to add the teaching and non-teaching members, you have to add student members, you have to add external members, also you have to add social media coordinator. Once you will complete, then it automatically a green tick will come. That means you are completed as per the requirement of the council. That means you complete the minimum requirement. So far you have not that this green tick. That means you have not completed that My Council. Once you if your My Council is not complete, then actually you will not able to proceed further, especially conducting of the activities. So make sure once your president is on board, then it is the president's responsibility and duty to identify the interested and passionate young enthusiastic faculty members from different department or incubation, the pre-incubation center. Then also identify the student innovators, student entrepreneurs, those who want to be part of this council, and conduct one council meeting and upload this council meeting details, then assign the roles and responsibilities, and also explain the what kind of duties or the kind of jobs they are going to do as part of the council member or the coordinator of the council. Then start planning and conducting the activities. So make sure you will receive completion of each and every category. You will receive one green tick. Then only your My Council is complete, neither it is incomplete. And in the performance cards subsection, sub-tab, you will find kind of activities, graphical representation of different activities you have conducted or you are going to conduct in throughout the year. Then actually what is the performance, who are the star performers, and from your institute that you have nominated. Then any kind of where your institute stands in terms of in that particular region or in that particular state, in that particular zone, and at the national level, where you stand under each categories of activities that you have organized. So you will get a complete graphical representations and performance of the activities that you have organized throughout the year or during that particular IIC calendar year. So coming to the IND courses, here actually you will get a tab, you will get a form where you have to upload, you have to provide the details of academic courses. When we say academic courses, it is a credit courses. That means there should be a kind of a course title, there should be a course code, and it is approved, and it is students are getting admitted, or after completion of that course they are getting certain credits. So only credit, it may be elective, it may be compulsory, but it should be a credit course. And these credit courses and mostly these credit courses are the semester wise, right? Once one semester is over, that credit course is over generally. So you have to upload, you have to provide the details of academic courses, especially in the area of innovation, entrepreneurship, and intellectual property or design thinking, at the diploma level or UG level or PG level or PhD level, and you have to provide. Similarly, there will be another tab under this section. It's called non-academic courses. So these are not credit courses, but these are the certificate courses offered by short-term certificate courses, generally in terms of MDP, Management Development Program, or EDP, Entrepreneurship Development Program, or Faculty Development Program, with minimum 30 contact hours of duration. That will be counted as part of non-academic courses. And please take a note that these are not the workshops, these are not the seminars. So these are not the activities, these are the academic, non-academic courses. That is the short-term certificate courses. And once you will submit, again it will be verified at the MIC level, and if something you have wrongly uploaded, we will not count, and only validated one will be counted for further reward system at the IIC annual performance. Also, this list will be counted in the innovation ranking framework, as it is one of the indicators there. Coming to the collaborations, so it is encouraged that every IIC institute should have a collaboration with the government agencies, like at the state level, central level, non-government agencies, corporate or industry associations, knowledge and mentoring agencies, international agencies, if possible, incubation unit, those that exist outside the institute, research park, angel and VC firms, IPR law firms, and the startup community, Hotel Tinkering Lab, and SIIC in schools. So you have to collaborate, and you can make a you can make it formal collaboration of 1 to 2 pages, like statement of interest or MOU kind of form, and you you clearly mentioned actually how this collaboration is going to help each other in terms of promoting and supporting innovation entrepreneurship. And only this kind of MOUs, this kind of collaborations should be included, should be added and listed in this IND collaboration section. And this kind of collaborations will be counted for the rewards structure, reward system, or to giving the points to the IIC during an annual performance time, and also that will be used for National Innovation Ranking framework as per the indicators for measurement and benchmarking the ecosystem. Coming to manage and incubation, pre-incubation details, if your institute has any incubation facility or pre-incubation facility or IPR cell or technology transfer centers, that things you can provide the details there, and you have to update these things on regular basis, and you can check, you can view, you can edit the details on regular basis, and these details will be used by MIC, and we will invite all these incubation units or TTO and IPR cells to act as an stakeholder, as an agency in the IIC Innovation Repository, so that these incubation units and IPR cell and TTO centers, after verification, only validated one will get this invitation, and these units or these centers, incubation and the pre-incubation centers, once they will get an invitation for joining the IIC Innovation Repository, and they will, through a login system, they can see the innovations and ideas and startups developed at your institute, and also they can see the innovation. They can search and can approach the innovations and startups and technologies developed in other institutions in different zones and state, and they can approach for providing support, and also startups also can approach them for any kind of support if they found if they find any kind of a matching with their interest and requirement. So coming to the last subsection under this about lab subtab under about my institute. So e-learning repository, and if your institute is thinking that, or if you've developed, if you conducted any expert talk, expert session on innovation entrepreneurship, IPR or design thinking, and it was the video recording is in good quality, and you think that this video will be useful for other IIC institutions, and they can use it for teaching or kind of activity kind of things, then you should upload these e-learning materials in this section, so that we will verify it first, and also it will be get peer reviewed by the other IICs. Once this is get qualified, then it will be available for the public or in other IIC institutions for utilization. Similarly, from MIC also, we conduct many expert sessions. We will make it available through this e-learning repository at MIC level, and you can use it. Like innovation ambassador training materials, actually it is developed by also, we are making it available to you all. Coming to the second subsection, that is managed activities. As you all know that we have different kind of activities. IIC calendar, which carries 40% weightage, is a revised one, and self-driven, which carries 30% weightages. MIC driven, 20% weightages. Celebration activities, 10% weightages. And also there is a provision that in IIC calendar driven activity, up to 20% of the total prescribed activity you can conduct in online or blended mode also. So these are the weightages, allocation, the classification based on activity, different activity category wise. And IIC calendar is actually it is activities prescribed by MIC at the beginning of the year. Like we have already IIC 5.0 calendar activities already there available to you all. So this is called activities prescribed by MIC for all the IIC institutions to strengthen the innovation ecosystem. So this IIC calendar activities is applicable to both technical and non-technical and all type of institutions. And MIC driven is activities organized by MIC, and these are kind of ad hoc activities. In every month or in just 1 week before, we prescribe certain activities on time to time to all our IIC institutions to participate and to organize. And self-driven activities are actually those activities, those are planned and organized by the IIC institutions based on their own efforts and collaboration with other agencies. So, so if any kind of IIC activities, any kind of innovation entrepreneurship activities your institute is doing, then you definitely you can fit all these activities as part of self-driven. And celebration day activities, another type of category where we have prescribed certain important days. We will find certain celebrations are not relevant to innovation, but these are very, very important for everyone to have a better understanding on that. That's why we included around 12 to 13 celebration day activities. And once you will complete, you will get all this participation or the submission of the reports will be counted towards the scoring system. So we have classified all these activities into different level. Actually, this is classification is based on the duration and type, and also the impact created at the ground. So earlier, what was happening that there was no much differentiation, and many institutions are doing only simply 1 hour activity, and they're getting equal weightages with the activities conducted by many institutions of 1, 2 days, 3 days kind of things. So we have leveled all these activities. We have classified into 4 levels. Level 1 is called expert talks, mentoring sessions, exposure visit of 2 to 4 contact hours. That is half day kind of activities. Level 2 is workshop, seminar, conference, exposure visit. Mostly it is a full day activity. And level 3 is called workshop, bootcamp, exhibition, demo day, competition, hackathons. These are generally 1 to 2 days of activities, but the total contact hours should be 9 to 18 hours, 9 to 18 contact hours. And the level 4 is kind of a activities conducted more than 18 contact hours, and generally it is spread to more than 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 days. So it is called Tech Fest, challenges, hackathon, competition, workshop, bootcamp, exhibition. So someone may ask where is the FDP, MTP, EDP will be counted. Actually, these are not the activities. These are the training programs, and these are the So you have to include that under IND courses and the non-academic courses. So here only activities has to focus. Activities, those are non-academic training. These are not the training. These are the only activities to promote and support innovation entrepreneurship. And also you can conduct all these activities on online mode or offline mode or hybrid mode. So some guidelines we have already given for IIC calendar activities. For MIC for self-driven, you have to take your own decision. You have to make your own decision on in what mode you are going to conduct or you will be conducting these activities. Coming to the third subsection, that is called handholding and capacity development. Actually, here the state council comes in, and state councils and or you can say the forum at the state level, the union territory level, they are going to help the other IIC institutions in that region or in that state. And we have many programs called mentor and mentees program. We have a impact lecture program. We have innovation ambassador training program for our faculty members. So all these things you can find in this subsection. And state level forum already have explained, but actually there will be a let me explain that how this state level forum for IICs is going to govern and how it is going to function. Actually, the composition of the state level forum will be member representative from industry cluster and association, member representative from knowledge association and agency and chapters, member representatives from the state startup mission and central agencies in the state. Also, there will be a member representation from Ministry of Education Innovation Cell or AICT. So these are the member representation, but there will be a representation of IIC institutions. So actually, we are trying that in that particular region or that state or that union territory. So we are trying to have a representation from each and every or all type of institutions exist in there. Like if there is a affiliating university, if there is a centrally funded institute, if there will be a government and private colleges or the universities, accordingly we are going to identify or and you will put them into this state level forum. And in every year the number then will be changed as per the performance and as per their annual performances, and accordingly the new state level forum will be formed in each and every year. The functioning mechanism and activities of state level forums are like this. So they will organize e-meets on monthly basis on region specific innovation entrepreneurship agenda, and they will organize at least 2 meets per semester or per year to promote innovation and technology transfer. They will conduct 1 annual regional meet per year to demonstrate institutional achievements and institutionalize the rewards. And the way forward is that we are going to make it a formalized way, and or if institutes feel that they want to take it as in a consortia mode, also they can take it forward. But initially it will start with a informal state level forum, and we will see that how it is actually performing, how our institutions are participating, reacting and involving. Accordingly we will make further plan to make it formal structure. Coming to the mentor and mentee scheme, actually this is the twinning program where top performing IIC institutions in their in annual performance are identified as a mentor institute, and they provide mentoring supports to the IIC institutions those are joined recently or those are not. Those are not performing well, or those are struggling to establish an ecosystem. So it is the mentor and mentee interaction, and we prescribe certain 5 activities, mentoring activities, and provide certain funding supports to the mentor institute to spend money on mentee institutions and helping them to move from a mentee level to at least a performer level or a mentor level. So already 500 institutions are have got benefited out of this mentor mentee in the last year, and this year we are targeting to reach at least 1,000 mentee institutions to get benefit from this mentor mentee scheme. So this is just as figures and the achievements or the for under mentorment scheme. And impact lecture is another program where actually we are trying to provide a certain financial supports to the institutions. Those are non-technical in nature. Those are actually located in, or even if it is technical, those are located in aspirational districts. Those are located in Northeast region, Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, and other Himalayan states. So actually those are in the village and very in the kind of third-tier cities. So these institutions are actually not able to establish a good connection with the state and national level ecosystems. So to establish the bridge and also providing them a connection with the ecosystem enablers, we provide certain financial supports. And so far 931 IICs have conducted more than 2,296 impact lectures, and we have provided a funding support of 1 crore to these institutions. And next, in the ongoing academic year, we are planning to provide funding supports to around 1,000 IIC institutions, especially those are non-technical or technical, but falling in the aspirational districts of the country, or from the Himalayan and Northeast region and Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Innovation Ambassador Training Program is another unique program. Actually, it is in operation since last 2.5 years, and we have trained 18,535 faculty innovation ambassadors, and they have gone through the basic level, and also there is a next level, advanced level training program available in the Innovation Ambassador portal. Once they will complete, they have to engage in expert talks or kind of a conducting sessions for innovation, sessions for students, and either in their own institute or in the nearby institutions of the school, and help in propagating the culture of innovation and entrepreneurship in educational institutions. So far 11,818 innovation ambassadors are active. They're performing their role and they're submitting the reports. And I will request all the innovation ambassadors, once you complete, please go through the activities you are you need to conduct or you need to involve, and you have to see that you will also go for upgradation of your skill on regular basis by participating and enrolling in different training programs offered by various stakeholders, and you have to submit it in that in the subsection. So nominating IA for the training is the first stage. So IIC has to nominate the IIC faculty members. For that, once it is nominated, there is no further nomination is required. Once they will complete basic, automatically there will be a button, active button for the active tab for getting into the advanced training. But every year, in every annual calendar year or in every IIC calendar year, IIC has to nominate up to 10 faculty members from their IIC council. Similarly, the training status of innovation ambassadors will be checked by available to IIC and also to the innovation ambassador. Their performances, their progress will also can be monitored and checked by the IIC. Then, if any faculty will change the institute, and if they will shift to another institute, if already there is an IIC, they can make a request of shifting or transferring the IA status from one institute to another institute. This option is also there in the IA portal, and once you will submit it, your IIC will previous IIC will check it. Once they will approve, then automatically your IA status will be shifted from one institute to the old institute to the new institute, and you can retain your IA tag. Coming to the innovation and startup support, this is the fourth subsection in IIC portal, where you will find 3 sub-tabs, that is Yukti Innovation Repository, Yukti Innovation Challenge, and there is a forum for technology transfer. Actually, these are the 3 major initiatives, but much interrelated. Now it is active and you can make use of it. So Yukti Innovation Repository, first every institute has to create and maintain the repository at the institute level, scouting ideas, innovations, business models, startups developed by student, staff, faculty members, and also entrepreneurs, external entrepreneurs incubated at your institute. Once these are scouted, then these needs to be verified and evaluated by engaging innovation ambassadors or experimenters, and they have to mark with a status called recommended or not recommended. And if it is recommended, then they will eligible, or they can go further to search, or they can approach to institutes, incubation, pre-incubation and TTO service facilities available in that institute, or even they can access to the funding support available in that institute. In addition to this, they can also search and approach to the other incubators, accelerators, angel investor or VC firms or state agencies, central agencies, for any kind of further supports if they are they are providing. And they can also participate in various innovation challenges, competition organized at the institute level. Also, this kind of competitions offered or floated by many ecosystem enablers. All these are the kind of making utilization of the IIC portal. And Ministry of Education also come up with their own innovation challenge. We call it IIC Innovation Challenge. There also institute can nominate the best innovations, especially technology readiness level 4 and above, by student and faculty members, so that they will go through a series of mentoring, training, and incubation linkage and funding support from MIC. So these are the IIC Innovation Repository. And in the last, since last 3 years, we are conducting innovation challenge. We call it National Innovation Challenge, but now this year we are renaming it as a IIC Innovation Challenge. So here, all these nominated applicants, especially innovation at the TRL, technology readiness levels 4 and above, they will go through a 360-degree learning programs and through a series of mentoring training program and interaction, pitching rounds, and finally in that 6 months they will validate their ideas, validate innovation, they will do the market research and develop the business model, and finally they will get incubation linkage. The selected one, the deserving and the selected one will get incubation linkage and funding assistance up to 5 lakhs, and we are going to support up to 200 innovations from these IIC institutions. So the submission and the verification has to be done at the institute level, and once it is done, then the nomination and mentoring, training, and further funding incubation will be happen at the MIC level. So this is only one track, but if the innovations they want to approach other, they want to participate in other innovation challenges conducted by various other agencies, those are part of the IIC, then they are free to do that, free to participate. Also, they can avail the funding support from the institute they are part of. So there are multiple opportunities for our innovators, entrepreneurs, and the person with idea. They have multiple opportunities to avail the support at the institute level, support from the ministry level, also support from the state, center, and other ecosystem, private parties, and ecosystem enablers at the state and region and national level. So they have the multiple scopes, avenues. They have to just spend time, they have to search, and they have to raise the interest. If that or the other part, the opposite party is equally interested on your proposal, then they will say yes, and then you will start communicating and negotiating each other, and you will done with a deal. But our role is only up to the interest matching. We want to make we want to facilitate a process where interesting parties will come and match and collaborate and negotiate and communicate. Our role is up to only matching only. But for that, we have developed this IIC Innovation Repository system, which is going to be very, very fruitful for many of these people. And also institutions. Even institutions can collaborate with other ecosystem enablers if it is falling into their areas of interest. Coming to the fifth one, the referral and linkage. Actually, here the IIC, especially the university, the IIC in university, they can invite, they can manage, they can manage and invite constituent institutions to set up sub IIC, and if already there is an IIC in any one of the constituent college, they can also ask them to, or they can request them to merge with the university IIC. So both merging facility and inviting constituent institute to set up new sub IIC, also both facilities are, both options are now available, and institute can university can make use of it. And similarly, affiliating universities also can invite the affiliated institutions, those are already with IIC, or they can also invite the institution to set up new IIC. These two options are also available with the affiliating university category. So please note that these facilities are only available under the respective category only. Other institutions will not get this kind of features active in their login portal. Coming to the linkage with Auto Tinkering Labs and the School Innovation Councils and schools, and a set of mentoring activities, prescribed activities are already active. So IIC Institute, if they want to connect with ATL, they want to provide the mentoring services, that part also they can start. And from our already a drive is on with Atal Innovation Mission of Niti Aayog, and they have established more than 10,000 Atal Tinkering Labs in schools, and Ministry of Education Innovation Cell also establishing School Innovation Councils in schools. So all these things, the list is available in the portal, and through this portal, IIC can search Auto Tinkering Labs, and similarly there will be a login based approach available for Auto Tinkering Labs. They can also search IICs, they can send invitation for linkage. You can also send invitation to Auto Tinkering Labs and SIS for linkage, and if the parties are interested to take the mentorship support, then the details will be available, and we will get, and mentoring activities portal or the section will be get active, and there are certain activities we have mentioned that you have to carry out during particular academic calendar year. Similarly, IIC institutions, those are part of the network. If they found any higher education institution in their region or in their network that they have not established IIC, but they are interested to establish IIC, you can refer through this section, and they will get an invitation, and once they have to accept it, and after that also they have to register it. Only acceptance is not going to fulfill the purpose, and after accepting the invitation, they have to register in the IIC portal. Coming to one by one, this sub-IIC in constituent institutions, actually for that at least one unique ID is required. You cannot open sub-IIC in the departments. And to make to establish sub-IIC, university IIC has to send invitation from the IIC portal to the respective constituent institute, and that constituent institute should have at least some unique ID. That is, either they should have their own IC code, or they should have their own permanent ID of the IIC given by AICT, or any unique code given by any apex body at the center or the state. So this is the prerequisite for registration of sub-IIC. Second thing, if these institutions, if these constituent institutions are located within the same campus of the university or within the same university, will be only considered. If something is located far away from the main campus and that was performing separately, then actually that in that case also that will be not considered under the sub-IIC. For that, they have to follow a separate IIC structure. They have to register as an independent IIC. And all these performance of these sub-IICs will be contribute towards the overall performance of the main IIC. Even main IIC will also has to perform on their own because they have their own council, and they have to make sure that the sub-IIC in charge should be the member of the main IIC council. Sub-IIC roles and responsibility, I'm not going to tell because already I have explained it. And Atal and SIs linkages and mentoring. Actually, these are the prescribed mentoring activities. Are the IIC has to conduct orientation and awareness program. They have to provide. They have to help the school in organizing mentor and mentee meets. They have to help in conducting exposure visits for the school students to come to the institute, and they have to provide guidance and mentorship to the student teams on their innovation project. They have to help in conducting challenges and the competition in the schools. Also, they have to provide trainings and workshops related to design thinking, innovation, entrepreneurship, or IPR for our school teachers and the school students. So the detailed activities and everything, we are going to conduct a separate orientation session on this for our Atal Tinkering Labs and the IICs in a different day. So I'm not going to take, but these are the mentoring activities, and these are the guidelines for our IICs, and to search, link, and connect with the Atal Tinkering Labs and School Innovation Councils. Coming to the next subsection, the next subtab under referral and linkage, how to manage the IIC in an affiliated institute. So as I said, that there will be a separate function will be active for our affiliated institutions to manage, to invite, and to see the performance of the IICs established in or functioning in affiliated colleges. So this part is also developed and active in your IIC. You can try it. Coming to the referrals of HEIs to join the IIC network, you can refer as many as number of institutions. Those are new to IIC system and they are interested to join IIC network. Help desk is another tab where you will find suggestions, query, IIC guide and portals, IIC journal groups and contact us section, where you can submit your suggestions of the query, and we will review it. If we found anything is useful or relevant, definitely we'll consider it, and we will try to address your queries within 1 to 2 days maximum. And we will encourage to submit your queries through this portal rather than sending queries over email, because this is going to help us to organize ourselves and also responding your queries on promptly. Coming to the IIC guide and portal, so we have developed a complete manual of how to establish function, roles and responsibility, and each features that I have explained so far, and this manual will be active, and you can use for reference purpose. Similarly, we have created WhatsApp groups and also LinkedIn groups. Telegram groups. So in WhatsApp groups, you will find there is a separate zone wise. We've created WhatsApp group for president, WhatsApp group for conveners, and the QR code is available in your login page. And on time to time, on regular basis, also we update the contacts registered in our IIC portal, and we induct them into the WhatsApp group. So I will request, please don't exit from the WhatsApp group. We have a very strict rule of not disturbing anyone with irrelevant materials. Only these WhatsApp groups will be used for promoting or publishing only innovation and entrepreneurship related messages. So no irrelevant, no hanky-panky kind of messages or good morning or new year kind of messages you will find. So our zonal in charges, even myself, we are keep on watching if any kind of such kind of disturbance things comes, we directly or we instantly take actions. So please join and stay in that WhatsApp group for correct and right information, quick information from our side, also getting help from other institutions, and also to help other institutions in information and knowledge. So second thing, if somebody has left, then please update the details in the WhatsApp, in the IIC Council itself, so that while we are updating the contact in the WhatsApp group, the correct contact will get fed into the WhatsApp group. Similarly, we have a group for in Telegram group for the innovation ambassadors. Through that also we keep them engaged and we provide the necessary informations. So all these things we help, and through this informal mode, we are trying to help each other and connect and stay updated on the progress. So this is the team of Institution Innovation Council at Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, and I hope you know your IIC zonal in charges very well, because you all are interacting with them on regular basis. So I can name one by one. Ms. Selva Rani, she is taking care of Southern Zone. Mr. Abhishek is taking care of Southwest Zone and Central Zone. Mr. Subham Agrawal is taking care of South Central Zone and Northwest Zone, and Mr. Udyan Maurya is taking care of North Zone and Eastern Zone, and Mr. Surendra is taking care of Western Zone. These are the contact numbers you will find in the IIC contact page, and also you can contact me if you need any kind of help and which is urgent, and also if you think that you will get the best reply from my side, then definitely you are free to contact me at any time. And our IIC zonal users are not only active in the email, they're active in the WhatsApp, they're active in the Telegram. They're also over 4 also. We're always here to help you out, to guide you, and to put all of your intellectuals and the efforts in a right direction with the proper handholding supports, so that IIC should grow as a network of IIC rather than individual IIC. And through decentralization, through governance mode, we are trying to bring much more dimensions, other dimensions, to improve its efficiency and performance in every year. And we are running like a startup. We are running like a unit which is not only helping others to make innovation startup, also we are innovating ourselves. We are also operating like a startup, and in a very resource scanty environment, how the existing resources will be utilized to its maximum capacity and efficient way. That is what we are trying our best. So if something, some delay will happen, that means definitely we are occupied with some other important thing. That's why we are not able to reply your queries. Sometimes these things happen, but not always. But our IIC team is zonal in charge especially is always there to help you out. So coming to the last section, that is information dissemination section. So actually where you will find announcement from IIC institutions. So if and notifications and the download, in the announcement from the IIC institutions, if your IIC is organizing any activities, something, and you want to announce so that other institutions will see it. So through this section, you can reach out to the other IICs, and but for that actually you need MIC's approval. Our approval is required, but our IIC zonal in charges are active on doing it. And if you will submit, then you have to just send a message or kind of things over emails, and we will visit regularly and we will approve it if it is actually genuine, useful, and relevant to the context, to the theme. Similarly, we have notification section where MIC brings certain notifications on time-to-time basis, and that things will display here. And download section is there, and there you can download many things like your IIC calendar activity. You can download the activity reports. You can download good quality, high resolution IIC logo and other things, and other materials, special like National Innovation Startup Policy document. So all the relevant things you can download in this section. So these are easily accessible and also handy for many institutions to get so many things in one location, one place. Coming to the IIC calendar driven activities, actually there are 30 activities we have prescribed as part of IIC calendar driven. And as I mentioned that this year we are introducing a level to each activity to reduce the kind of a overlapping, and also to reduce to make a differentiation of impact creation by different activities. So we have mentioned the mode of conduct of each activity as prescribed, as mentioned in the IIC calendar event, and also we mentioned level one like kind of things. We are going to change it. I think there is some small typo error is there, so we are going to change it, and the updated one is going to display very soon. Now comes to the IIC 5.0 weightages, how the weightage is going to be made. So as you understood that there are 4 categories: IIC driven, self-driven, MIC driven, and celebration driven. And there is a weightage allocation is 40%, 30%, 20%, 10%. So per quarter, if you will divide into 4, divide by 4, so per quarter you will get 10 for IIC driven, 7.5 for self-driven, 2.5 for celebration driven. We have not kept anything for MIC driven because MIC driven is given by the Ministry of Education Innovation Cell on an ad hoc manner and on time to time. So we have not kept any limit. So, but this is the quarter wise, and where we are expecting that your institute, that or every IIC institute should focus on the activities, try to complete the activities in each and every quarter, rather than waiting for the semester to end and do all these activities just in one go. So by doing that, actually you are just trying to manage or trying to fulfill the requirement of activities rather than actually helping in developing the ecosystem. This kind of approach should be discouraged, and your approach should be conducting the right number of activities and balance of the level of type of activities in each and every quarter, and upload these activity reports on time, just immediate after the quarter completion. Then that will actually help you to not only will help in the ecosystem development, performance enhancement of your institute, also will get good score and rating, star rating in your IIC annual performance. So these are the scores allocated to level 1. So if just okay, sorry, this one. So so this is the correct slide. So please ignore the previous slide, that was a mistake, and this is the correct one. So here what will happen for IIC driven, I'm just giving an example. In IIC driven, if the weightage is 40 and for quarter it is 10, so for 4 quarters is kind of a total is 40, and weightages and activity level for 1 is called 1, and weightages for activity level 2 is 2, weightages activity level for 3, and weightages activity level 4 for 4. So if you will add all these things, it will come around 10. So that means if you will organize at least one activity under each level type, then you will get a good score. Similarly, for self-driven, 7.5 is 7.5 is the total weightages per quarter, and this is the breakup of the activity for different level, and you have to make sure that you organize at least one under each level. And if you will organize more than more than the desired or more than the prescribed level, then that will convert into reward points under as provisioned under each level. And this year, actually, we are going to classify. Institutions will be categorized based on institutions type, and rating list will be prepared separately. And higher, if there is a disapproval of any activity, and if there is a higher disapproval percentage of submitted activities, then that will affect the reward points. And activities in offline and hybrid mode have a higher weightages. So this is all about the IIC 5.0 weightages, and end of the orientation session. Thank you all for listening to the session patiently, and we look forward your participation in IIC 5.0. And in next 1 week, we are going to set the schedule of question and answer and the sessions going to be conducted for each and every state or region and union territory. Zonal in charges will share that with you all very soon. Thank you all the IIC institutions and my IIC team for putting the hard work and the effort to make this IIC network successful and sustainable.